Hey, what is up, you guys? Coasing Valley Model Railroad speaking. Well, here's an interesting locomotive I have on the workbench. Kind of a review of a Marx. It is an HO scale locomotive, but I think it's like an ON30 engine, like for narrow gauge, but it's got an HO scale tender. It says Valley Express on a sign, and it's a Marx locomotive. Now, this ran on a battery pack. Used to run on about maybe 3D size batteries, maybe 2D size batteries. It's an interesting little engine. You got the headlight up here, simple details: smokestack, dome, other dome, bell. The camera will focus. And you do have some detail on the side of the locomotive, like railing and, a little bit of riveting on the tender. It's an older engine. It does run. It's a great little engine. If you come across a set of these, not very hard to find on eBay or Amazon or at a train show. If you come across a Marx Ofro steam engine like this, Green Valley Express set, get it if you can get it for the right price. I found mine on eBay for $12 with all the cars, and this engine's been a recently restoring project, trying to get it cleaned up and running. And the good news is about this little engine is it does run. A little noisy, a little clapped out. Not a bad little runner. Not a bad little steam engine. It is a Marx HO locomotive. The funny thing is, with this train, I'm not using batteries on this engine. I'm using a Tech 2 transformer. If you use a Tech 2 transformer on these 3-volt locomotives, the motors are huge. They're like 21 volt almost. Very large motor. If you run them on a Tech 2 transformer and run them slowly, they'll run just fine. Make sure you clean the motor and make sure the gears are good. If you're really good at it, you can maybe, take the original part out and put maybe a better gear in it and make it sound a little less noisy. But all in all, it's a nice little engine. It runs okay. Ran on steel track for a long time, so it likes running on the nickel silver code 100 track. So surprisingly, it runs over switch tracks pretty good. And it's not a bad little engine. It runs really good. It's a little bit sketchy, but when you get everything cleaned up and running good on it, it's a great little engine. So, what is my thing on the Marx Ofro Green Valley Express train? That's a nice little engine. It's a nice engine. It's got a big red cow catcher. Normally, these engines are the Marx 99. They have a 99 version of this black steam engine with a black tender. It says New York Central on the sign, 999 on the cab. But it's a really interesting little locomotive. If you come across one of these for a good price, buy one. Not a bad little locomotive. And if you want to keep it original, you keep the original. The tender has a knuckle cover. Now, I do think at one time it maybe had a coal load. But mine didn't have a coal load, so I didn't care what it is. Maybe someday in the future I might add a weight in here and put a coal load. And it's a very simple engine. It's just got a hook on the back. Lift that up. You could probably maybe put a Katy coupler on it, but I like it to keep it original. It's a nice little train. It runs great, like I said. Hope you guys enjoy this video. This is Kokosing Valley Monorailroad signing out.